I have lost my son 3 years ago. I have lost my baby, my last son, Germaine Mantla.
Germaine Mantla says it has been a difficult time for her since April 2022, when Germaine passed away after a fatal crash near Bison Hill Apartments, where they lived with his daughter. She recalls that on that night, Germaine called her while she was at work.
My son had called me that night, and then he said, "Mom, are you working?" He said, "Yeah."
That was the last time Germaine spoke to him. Germaine says she stayed up until 4 a.m., but Germaine didn't come home. The next morning, she says the RCMP showed up at her door and told her Germaine had been hit by a vehicle.
So I kneeled down and I cried and I cried. My son, your son got hit by a vehicle. He said, no. It can't happen. I said.
Germaine was medevac to Edmonton and was in coma. Germaine says he later died from his head injuries.
I have lost 3 of my kids already. My 2 daughters and my son. Had my only last son that I have. He had passed away.
Germaine says he left behind 2 daughters. She remembers the good times she had with Germaine.
He's a good kid. He's always, they always play with their sisters and they get along, they play. They always play outside and in the snow. And
after Germaine passed away, Germaine says she underwent trauma treatment for 6 months. Now, she says taking care of her 4 grandkids gives her strength.
And I'm glad that I'm keeping my grandkids, and that's really given me happiness when I read my grandkids.
Germaine says it has been a difficult time for her to sit through the trial since Monday. Hannah Lafferty is on trial for dangerous driving causing death near Bison Hills. She testified that she was waiting in a truck while her partner Austin Moore visited his ex, Aikida Lafferty. Hannah said she knew Aikida as both were from the same community of Betchicong. When Aikida approached the truck with clenched fists, Hannah saw Moore waving her to leave. With an injured arm, Hannah said she put the truck in drive to avoid a fight. As she moved, Aikida opened the driver's door and then grabbed a handle, holding on as the truck gained speed. Hannah said she didn't see anyone else in the parking lot, but suddenly felt a collision as the vehicle swerved. She stopped and Aikida punched her twice before walking away. She later saw Moore standing beside Germaine Mantla's body. During cross-examination, the Crown questioned whether Hannah's swerving could have seriously killed or injured Aikida. She denied this, saying she only tried to shake Aikida off and wasn't thinking much about her driving. The trial continues Monday with closing arguments. Nadir Hashmi, CBC News, Yellowknife.